Hi, it's Dr. Dan Purser, danpursermd.com. Welcome to my Facebook Live, October 4th. This one's Female Fun with Testosterone. Woo! So Jackson's going to play our theme song.
You'd think I'd get better after a couple weeks.
That's the theme from Star Wars?
No,
Wait,
that's a
is that
theme.
the theme from Star Wars?
That's a theme from the Chats with Dr. Purser.
I thought you were supposed to play the theme from Star Wars. You've been practicing all week. What was that?
I have
That's
not been
Twinkle Twinkle
practicing.
Little Star?
Mhm.
Not Star Wars.
Has something to do with the star.
Okay. Does that mean we're shooting for the stars with our patients? If we hit the moon, we're done really good.
Of course.
Yep.
I like it. Okay. To my left is Jackson, and to my other left is Brecken. They're on my team. Tonight is the big reveal. All the women want to know. Jackson's a good-looking kid. He's got his Mickey Mouse shirt on. Oh, my gosh. Okay, Jackson. Here he is.
Hopefully I'm on
He's
the
a big
camera.
guy. Big teddy bear. Okay, that's Jackson.
Hey, guys.
Hi. Anyone who falls in love with him, please email me. Okay. We can't wait to get rid of him. I'm teasing.
We can't wait to get rid of you.
What?
Just kidding. I think I talked with the list. Sorry.
What did you say?
I don't know. What
Don't
I
even
said.
say that again. So, okay. That was Jackson, and Brecken's got a question.
Yes, I do. Are those new glasses that you have?
I have to prompt her.
You always
We
do.
go through this the script every week ad nauseum like 12 times, and she misses it. Okay.
Do we really?
Yes, I got new lenses in my eyes, new glasses. You everyone give me a thumbs up who likes my glasses. I can see you a lot better. I was so amazed. I can see things now.
What can you see?
Everything.
You were just telling us kind of a
No,
personal...
we're not going.
Okay, all right.
I can see things I haven't seen in a while. It's kind of weird. So tonight, our Facebook Live is about testosterone for women. The word got changed. Did you change the word? Tonight, our love is about testosterone for
Nope, you
women.
sent me that with it in there.
That was in the script?
Yep. Spelling error and all.
I know. Well, women should love testosterone. Their husbands should love the woman and her testosterone too, right?
You're getting lots of thumbs up for your glasses.
Mhm.
Cool. Yeah, they're kind of weird. They're kind of they're kind of block design, like a block, and it fits my block head. So,
You call your head a block?
well, it's kind of a big tomato thing. Okay. We also have the download available entitled 30 Plus Amazing Benefits of Optimizing Testosterone Levels for Women. Give us your email and you get the download. Can't beat that.
Oh, is that
I
how...
can go through and I'll
Wait,
send
what?
everyone a copy.
I mean,
Dan,
I can post the link to it right now. I thought that's
We're
what
trying
we
to
were
grow our
doing.
email list, I thought.
Oh, you didn't tell me that, but I
Just-
mean, if you will get it if you go sign up for our email list. But I'll...
Hey, sign up for our email and you get the 30 plus amazing benefits. They're all referenced. It's amazing. It'll save your life. It'll save your love life. And your doctor will love it. Print one out for him or her. So, or your husband. Okay. Or husbands, print it off for your wife if you're listening quietly and going to get her some help.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about optimizing testosterone levels, right? What does
Right.
that mean? What is an optimized level?
Hang on.
You gonna sneeze? God bless.
Yes, sir. Here goes again.
Sorry, guys.
There's fuzz on this microphone. It's
Oh, it's dusty.
fuzzy. No, it's not really fuzzy. I'm teasing. So what is an optimized testosterone level?
Yeah, what does that mean? What does it mean to optimize levels?
Women are a little bit different with their levels. Some have higher levels. Some have like lower levels, and they're used to them. It's according to what they're used to all their life. But But an ideal level would be 50, 55 nanograms per deciliter, I think. So 55.
Okay.
So about. So if you're, whether you're 75 or whether you're 25, a 45 to 65 levels, good. Should be good. So
postmenopausal, how can she optimize her level? Like, what can she take?
she's going to have to take a compounded testosterone cream, though pellets are a secondary option. Those are the only two options on the market.
What about a younger woman? How can she optimize her level?
That's going to be vitamin, probably taking the right kind of vitamins, a targeted vitamin approach. I need a drink of water, sorry. The targeted vitamin approach, because we get the SpectraCell, we check their genetics too, which can really help. And that way lets me kind of target their vitamins. Tons of women who are listening to this tonight, or who will listen to this, have gone through that process with me, so we can get their testosterone production up. Also helps with their progesterone, their estradiol, their thyroid, all the other hormone production. So that's how you optimize it for younger women.
Well, don't you always say good nutrition in, good hormones out?
That's right. Good nutrition in equals good hormones out.
So once you get those all optimized, it's going to just help everything.
Yep, exactly right.
So what about for those people that doesn't work? What are the reasons of why it wouldn't?
It could be pituitary damage. It could be ovarian damage. It could be that we need to dig deeper and look at their genetics. So, because your SpectraCell can be fairly good, but if you have certain genetic errors, you need a lot more B12, folate, pantothenate, stuff like that than what even your SpectraCell would indicate.
What about, what kind of vitamins do you usually see be the problem?
B12 deficiency, zinc deficiency, D3 deficiency. You don't want to have a D3 or a zinc or a vitamin C deficiency right now. I've diagnosed a couple of cases of scurvy lately. I've seen a lot of B1 and B2 deficiencies, thiamine and riboflavin. But you definitely don't want to have a vitamin D deficiency, a zinc deficiency, and vitamin C deficiency right now because of the problem the world's having. I'm not going to say that or we'll get shut down. But you know the word. So you know what it is. So you got to really make sure you don't have a D3, zinc, and vitamin C deficiency. Oh, and glutathione. All the studies showed in China and elsewhere in Russia that people had a low glutathione level, had a high D-dimer level, and they passed away. So that was the main factor on all of them. Anyway, okay, enough of that. So you don't have a glutathione, vitamin C, zinc, and vitamin D level deficiency. Did we just get shut down?
No.
We're still all right. We're cruising.
We're doing good.
Man, they're touchy. So.
What about, so when you're looking at pituitary damage, what kind of labs do you look out in regards to that?
The number one way to tell, first of all, someone has pituitary damage is to check an IGF-1. A fasting overnight, AM, so first thing in the morning, IGF-1, that's an insulin-like growth factor 1, IGF-1. And you can get it through direct labs through that link on my danperchermd.com page. But certain medications will affect it, like certain antidepressants, modafinil and other narcoleptic drugs will affect it. Gabapentin, certain like Effexor or Zoloft, those kind of things will dramatically affect the level. So you want to do it fasting and maybe off some medications for a day or two, or at least let me know that you're on those medications when you check it. So I look for an IGF-1. An IGF-1 below 100 is really serious. And that's a proxy measurement. So when growth hormone comes out of the anterior pituitary, it subdivides into 23 other hormones. It's very mercurial. You can't really very accurately check a growth hormone level. We will under certain circumstances in research and when we're doing stim testing and stuff. And I don't do that in Utah, but what you really got to look for, because when when the growth hormone subdivides into those 23 other hormones, one of which is the IGF-1, and it hangs around for a while. It's the only one that does hang around for a while. That's why we use it as the proxy measurement for growth hormone level. And growth hormone levels are the most commonly affected hormone output that's affected by anterior pituitary trauma. I know that's a real techie answer.
A lot of big words.
Yeah, a lot of big words. Yeah. So growth hormone, because it's right in the front in a key position in your pituitary, the way it hangs. If you have a damaged pituitary, that'll be one of the first areas affected. So, and I'll look at also LH, FSH, TSH, stuff like that.
Yeah, those base hormones.
Right.
So what are the diseases and symptoms you treat when a lady has low testosterone?
Well, we're just rocking along right here, huh?
Yeah, we are.
Loss of libido, probably one of the more common things. Dry mouth, dry eyes. So I know you get told this all the time, but it's almost never Sjogren's syndrome. It's really rare. It's more likely the lack of testosterone causing your dry eyes, dry mouth, and your vaginal dryness. I think I can say that on Facebook, but
Yeah.
and it gets really painful dryness. It's the most common, one of the more common reasons why women see me is because of that. They want help for it, and they're desperate to get help for it. Vaginal thinning of the musculature and stuff. So loss of musculature overall, muscle wasting, muscle aches and pains. You get really achy, you get kind of tired and just beat up feeling. Osteopenia, which is mild osteoporosis, and osteoporosis, which is serious. Loss of balance. Why do you think you get loss of balance?
I don't know. I've never.
Well, think about it. The muscles in your legs are weaker. It's hard to stay balanced. You also get a little neuropathy usually with loss of testosterone. So loss of endurance, loss of stamina, and also congestive heart failure prevention.
So those are all the bad things.
Well, there's a lot more, but that's the main ones.
What are the benefits that women usually see when they get on testosterone?
Hang on, I made a list.
Let's hear.
Increase in moisture in the eyes, mouth, and down there. Know what I mean? Increase in libido, endurance, stamina, sexuality, improvement in bone mineral density scores, better balance. Oh, yeah, we already talked about the balance problem.
Yeah.
So.
What's the number one problem you see caused by low testosterone?
Dryness and loss of libido. It can be a marriage killer, vaginal dryness. It's the most hideous, horrible thing from low testosterone. These women, they're coming crying. No one can touch them. They haven't had relations with their significant other, husband, forever, sometimes years, and it's really places strain on their life and their marriage. And it can take months to get that resolved. But topical or vaginal testosterone, competent testosterone cream is the only thing I know that works. I know doctors try estradiol, all this other stuff, but the cream is the only thing I know that works. Pellets don't always help that. I know a lot of women use Young Living PD8020 to get their level of testosterone levels up, but it doesn't help the dryness over and over and over again. I still have to deal with that. So it will get your testosterone levels up. It's wonderful for that, by the way, for everyone. But if you're postmenopausal, and Progesterone Plus too, but it won't get rid of the dryness. So
what if that doesn't help?
What if the testosterone cream doesn't help? So let's say that, especially with the libido issue, or they're having problems orgasming. Sorry, a big conversation point I got to make tonight. Sorry about this. Kind of touchy, but hopefully this isn't a mixed company. But send your kids to bed. But okay, it almost always does. But some women just can't go there. They've never been able to orgasm, or they can't orgasm properly once they've gone through menopause and everything. And so I add oxytocin. It's a new trick. It's the love hormone, and you fall deeply, madly in love if you apply the testosterone. If it's in your testosterone and you apply it where you should apply it, and then you look in your husband's eyes or in any man's eyes, you'll fall deeply, madly in love with them.
Like a love potion.
It's the love hormone. It's a binding hormone. Okay, I'm kidding. Not in any man's eyes, but just it does help that, but also what it really helps is some some women get migraines. It can help with migraines and it can help with orgasms.
Really cool.
So yeah, and so they really like that. I give them that option.
So you mentioned that you use pellets. I know people are always bending shots and like pills. Are those an option?
Shots and pills are not an option. Pills go through your digestive tract and through the liver and cause liver problems in women. Testosterone pills are a bad option. The shots are just a no-no. I know I get some patients who take them and use them when they're desperate because their doctor didn't know about the creams or whatever. But I have 2 patients who use little tiny shots every week just because the cream doesn't work. They couldn't apply it because of allergy problems and stuff. So those are options. Pellets.
Yeah, when do you use pellets?
Pellets are kind of a last resort when a woman can't use the cream. And we really need to get her testosterone level up. And some women just can't use the cream because of allergies, things like that. So I'll suggest pellets for them. But usually the level goes too high.
How do you use the testosterone cream? Especially
it
for
has
women
to be
with dryness.
compounded. No big pharma makes it. It has to be compounded by your local compounding pharmacy. And that's one way, instead of coming to me, a lot of you can go to your local compounding pharmacy and ask the pharmacist who a good doctor in your area is who would prescribe their testosterone cream for women appropriately and properly for you and reasonably, because it shouldn't cost a fortune. And see if you can get it that way. But I have to use a compounding pharmacy. Right now with all the weird COVID and telemed laws. Oh, I just said it.
You're okay.
All the weird telemed laws we'll see if I'm okay. That keep changing every week, and licensing laws. I'll just prescribe it here in Utah and it can be shipped to you. The pharmacies I use are really, really good. Some of the best in the country, some of the largest in the country. And they're really good at what they do. But it's 20 milligrams per gram for most women I prescribe it for. 20 milligrams per gram of compounded testosterone liposomal cream, 20 milligrams per gram. And I just spend 30 grams and they use 1/4 gram in the morning. If they have real dryness problems or libido problems, I'll also add 20 units of oxytocin and have them even use it twice a day. I do advise them not to get it on their grandchildren. If they are putting it under their arm or somewhere else, occasionally I tell them to rotate sites once the moisture comes back and everything. And I'll say don't just keep rubbing the same area inside your thigh or put it under your arm or put it on your chest. Just be careful, don't get it on the grandkids. Transference is a big problem. More so for men using creams to their wives.
Yeah, bigger.
I've got horror stories.
So women shouldn't really worry too much about transferring it to their husbands, though, right?
No, it's not enough to do anything to him. Well, unless he's really, really pitifully low on his testosterone, then it might help him, but it won't hurt him.
Yeah.
So,
why did you call this Facebook Live Female Fun with Testosterone? I'm just wondering. Because, I don't know, kind of interesting name.
Well, it's going to improve your love life and give you a whole new lease on life. You think it's dead. Wait until the hubby comes home and you're waiting to say hi to him, so to speak.
Nice.
So, well, not you, but, but patients out there. It can be fun, and you think about going on a cruise with them when Valentine's Day comes up, or going somewhere fun like Disney World, or, or maybe just a local hotel. Like we go to Grand America or Little America in Salt Lake as a staycation. It's fun to go do that kind of stuff, especially when you feel like you're 23 again. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 24 now.
Sorry. This is a really touchy. I thought about this as I prepared this. I got to talk to my stepdaughter about all this. And also to 500 women sitting out there.
I've heard all this before a million times.
I know. You've heard me.
Nothing new.
I'm happy to hear about it.
Jackson.
He's learning.
I'm learning. I'm always learning.
What if someone younger like me has low testosterone and all these symptoms? What do you usually do?
I don't give them testosterone cream unless they're really hurting and really desperate, because I'm going to try and fix their problem, the root cause. I'll do a SpectraCell. I'll do genetic testing. That usually sums it up. That's why I do it. That's why all these women come to me and get this, and they're 28, 32, 41, 39. If you have premature ovarian failure, or your doctor says, wow, you're 28 going into menopause, and you're tired all the time, all that, you're not just magically going into menopause. You've got ovarian insufficiency due to vitamin deficiencies, probably caused by genetic errors. It's that simple now, and you can get checked. It's easy. It's somewhat of an expensive prem. Then we figured out, and guess what? You're not my patient forever. You get on with your life. Call me if you need me, but take your vitamins, and you will get better. And your level, we watch your level come up from 5 to 15 to 30 to 45 to 50 to 55.
Yeah.
And you get happy, and your hubs gets happy too.
And you just feel better.
Yep.
What about when you're older? I know you mentioned this earlier, but let's just remind them.
I would do a SpectraCell on them just because of the risk for osteoporosis. If they have low testosterone, it really starts to freak me out a little. But really what I'm looking for, I'm going to give them testosterone cream.
Yeah.
Almost always. There's just not a lot of other options that work. And women like to be able to control the cream and their libido, everything else. So, they're working every day, stuff like that. And they know they have, you guys are young, but at our age, we have to schedule everything. But if you have a date night scheduled with the wifey or your husband, for Saturday night, the woman may want to bump up the testosterone cream a little the day or two before, especially if it has oxytocin, because it can really help her libido.
Yeah. What does someone do if they have low testosterone? Like you kind of mentioned this earlier. How do they see you?
Oh, they can call our office at 801-796-7667 or email us at info@danpursermd.com. But first thing, if you want, just to try and save you the money and the hassle, because if I see you for this and I prescribe it, you got to come out and see me. If your state's not open yet, we can try and make some other arrangement temporarily, but you're going to have to come out and see me or I can't prescribe it. And so I can't continue to prescribe it. And so everyone knows I kind of work out something with them so it works for them. And there's sometimes I'll do it on an emergent basis when it's really critical, but usually I need you to come out and see me first.
Yep.
I don't need to examine you down there. I just need to evaluate you in a state in which I'm licensed, which happens to be Utah. So sorry, it's kind of a hassle, but
That's
I know every year during convention for young living, I get like 60 men and women who come in.
If not more.
100 maybe.
Yeah.
They come down and spend 15 minutes with
It's just in
during
and
those
out.
couple
They
days,
just kind of
yeah.
pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out.
all day long. So we meet the letter of the law.
Rhonda, she just said, set up an office in Florida. That would be his dream. He would never come back to Utah.
In the castle, in Cinderella's castle, the right turret.
The right
The one with the basketball goal on it, basketball hoop on it.
That's funny.
That's in there, right? Oh, maybe that's Disneyland.
That's Disneyland. It's
In the Matterhorn.
It's in Matterhorn.
Which one? But Tinkerbell comes out of which turret does
Matterhorn.
she come out of?
She writes
Which
down
tower
Matterhorn.
does she come out of?
In Disney World or Lane?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
the
I've
main
never
one.
seen that show.
You see her zipping across there. I don't know if they'll do that again for a while with the fireworks.
Yeah, I don't
If
know.
I were her, I'd be scared to be hit by fireworks.
That's just part of the
Bottle
job.
rocket nails are right in the eye or something. It'd be horrible. Tinkerbell's injured.
Can you apply testosterone cream vaginally?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, it's what you got to do when it's super dry.
So I had someone ask, they've been applying it to their thighs for a while and it hasn't helped with dryness at all. Would applying it vaginally help?
Yes. Move it.
It's good.
Somehow, if that's my patient, we missed that conversation.
I don't know if it was.
Okay, good. Yeah, no. Yeah, apply it vaginally. And you may not need to do it every day, but I'd do it every day until it resolves. That's a nightmare. That's a horrible, horrible nightmare. So you know what the number one cause for low testosterone in young women is?
No.
What I think it is.
What is it?
Vitamin deficiencies, at least in my practice, because I'm in Utah. I have all these blonde hair, blue-eyed patients.
I have
Right,
green
that's
eyes and
you.
brown hair.
What do you got? You got blonde hair, blue.
I have green
Guilty.
eyes. Green eyes.
They're blue.
They're green.
They're blue-green.
They're green.
Okay,
Yeah, they're
all
kinda
these
blue.
blonde hair, blue-eyed patients who have bad MTHFR.
Yep, that's me.
So, and then they need extra vitamins, and they can make their hormones.
Yep.
So Spectracell won't always give that deal away because these men and women need a lot of extra vitamins. Have you noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
How many Endure do you take?
So I was actually recently. Well, sorry, can't talk.
You taking 12?
No,
or
recently.
You forgot to take it, so now
No,
you're talking
I've
about
been
it.
taking. We made this product once upon a time called Copper Balance Plus because I feel like I just like my copper
Are
balance.
we ever going to make that for sale?
No, we already did. We sold out of it like a while ago.
And it had the
did?
folinic acid in it, so we'd have to
we'll
reformulate again.
But I've been taking about 4 of those a day, and I really feel good on it.
So
That's
you
just-
squirreled some away?
It's
Yeah.
a mix of the copper balance and the
MTHFR Support Plus.
or
It's
the
like
Endure
killer.
now.
That's
Yeah,
what we see.
Endure.
Oh, yeah, and we were going to make that as a medical food.
Yeah.
FDA approved if we could.
But folinic acid.
Yeah.
White.
Oh.
We just got to come up with the 12 million and we can do that.
Uh-huh. But real quick, while we're on the subject, we should be getting the MTHFR Renew this week.
This week.
Finally.
Are you kidding us?
It's always been delayed
So
again and again.
MTHFR support, i.e., now called MTHFR Renew, they've quit fiddling around with it for months, and they made it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
They said we can pick up Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I'm hoping.
Hopefully
so we'll quickly
Wednesday
take
we can
pictures and
launch.
have it up for
Wednesday.
sale this week.
Yeah.
Wednesday or Thursday, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Because next week we're going to do the on men's testosterone.
Yep.
Should we put that off and instead do one on MTHFR, Endure, and Renew?
That
I
might
would
be
think
good.
that's
If you
a good
guys
idea.
let us know if you guys are interested in learning more about MTHFR. Again,
Again. Yeah.
we've done it, but we can keep talking about it because there's.
So, are there
always
any
new-
really great, awesome, good questions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's
See
lots
little
of good ones.
things. Wait,
I'm
there's no
looking.
things rising up like there
Not
usually
right
are.
now. Do
Little
you do
bubbles.
saliva or blood testing for hormones?
You know what? All the research, all the stuff we did when I was doing research or involved in pituitary stuff, was all serum. All the books, all the papers are on serum levels. I just can't get next to salivary levels. I'll look at them, but we tried them at the university, but
Just
we
wasn't
can never
working.
get them to work.
Yeah. Do high levels of cortisol suppress testosterone in women?
No, high levels of cortisol though usually are a reflection of stress, and you're missing other key hormones. Your body makes up for it by producing more cortisol. When you bring your testosterone back up and your other hormones back up, and deal with your vitamin deficiency of your cortisol level, often will drop
Makes sense.
unless something else is going on, and it's not just stress and physiological stress
Yeah.
related. Better drink more water.
How often do levels need to be tested after following the protocol for a little while? Do you find?
I'll check them to watch the testosterone level come up every couple of months or so, just so the patient has a metric. Like my men who are at 150 when they come in, and then so we get them going, then they're at 285, and they'll be at 432, which is starting to get in low normal. Anything above 400 is low normal, is low. Sorry, severely low is below 400. And then they'll be at 625, and they'll be at 815, then they'll be at 950, and then 1100, and that's good. But it may have taken us a year to get there.
Yeah.
Not giving testosterone, but giving vitamins. Same with a girl,
It's really cool.
but not at 925.
No, that's not good.
That'd be no.
That would be
That'd be interesting.
interesting.
She's producing way too much.
What's the best testosterone lab you can get? Free and total test,
Well,
right?
free and total testosterone. Direct Labs has it. It's cheap. You can order it yourself. If you want to know where your level is, if you're at 20 or 15 or 25 or 30, below 30, and you feel you've lost your libido, you lost your mojo, you're getting dry, all that, you're probably too low. You're probably like being better at 55 or 60. Women have a lot smaller range. Though I've seen women with pellets or with creams who like their levels higher. They like them at 100 or 125, and they like to live right there, but that's rare. But that's up to them. Maybe they've been there all their life. I don't know, since I didn't see them beforehand. So
What do you do if you have extremely low progesterone and testosterone? What is that usually?
it could be menopause, or it could be, according to your age, it could be a vitamin deficiency of some sort.
Gotcha. We've got a lot of people saying the MTHFR video would be helpful next week, just explaining everything. So we might do that. We'll see.
Okay.
Why can't you use testosterone pills like Prometrium instead of the cream? Isn't
Prometrium is not a
progesterone?
testosterone pill.
Yeah.
Prometrium is progesterone. It's been around for 60 years. Prescription doctors like, we can't, the natural progesterone is dangerous. All this, really. Prometrium has been around for 60 years on the market. It's made by Big Pharma, by one company. Now there's a generic Prometrium. It's natural progesterone. Let's see. It's 4, I can't remember. Anyway, it's the right kind of progesterone. I'm blanking. Too tired today. So I'm hoarse because I have a son who has needs, and every year I work on his car, and I've been sanding down major portions of his car, and bondoing it, little holes and nicks and everything. It's a 95 Camry. It's great shape XLE, and it's easy for him to drive, and it's easy for me to work on. And painting that sucker, I was just wept. 4 days plus being a doctor the rest of my time. But sanding that night and day and trying to get all the spots cleared up. And I rebuilt the engine again this summer.
You love that Camry. You did a big restore job on it.
I did. I've replaced all the belts and pulleys and I've done everything. I rebuilt the top end and bottom end of that car. Just because it's easy to work on. It's only got 140,000 miles on it. So anyway, so I'm tired and hoarse for doing that all day. Even though I wear a mask, I sound like Darth Vader out there in the garage. These really
That's how
a real
you breathe
ventilator.
normally
Nice.
anyway.
Yeah, I do have a real ventilator on, a rubber ventilator and stuff. And it's really cool mask, goggles I wear, and plus this headlamp. It's crazy. So anyway, that's why I'm hoarse and kind of out of it tonight. So what was the question? Who are we talking about?
No, you just started talking about cars. Let me just ask you a couple more, and we can let you go to bed.
Hey, you know what? I'm not scared of any work.
Nope.
Never have been. Grew up on a farm ranch in Oklahoma. Worked in the oil patch. That's how I paid for my way through medical school and all that. Worked in the oil fields. My mom and dad taught me to work hard. And I'm not scared of it still.
Nope.
So.
It's true.
I'd rather work on that than trust someone else to do it.
It's true. You love working on cars.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It's like a little hobby for you.
That's not really.
You dream of it.
I don't like it.
Nightmares.
It's just my car. In that car, I don't trust anyone else touching them. Okay, go ahead.
Can low T in young people cause depression?
Yes. How about low T in older, middle-aged people or older? Yes.
So definitely it's a...
It's horrible.
Is that because it's related to a lot of those vitamin deficiencies you said a lot of the time?
I don't know. I just know before my wreck in 2001, thus my eye surgeries the last 2 weeks. Anyway, before my wreck in 2001, my testosterone was 1150 the month before I had that car wreck. My total testosterone was 1150. And the day before I had that wreck, I went out, ran 10 miles, and I had a problem doing it. It was great. And I woke up 5 weeks later from a coma. My life had been altered hugely from then on. And I'd broken 31 bones and killed my pituitary and a lot of other stuff. I'm lucky I made it out of all that. It was harsh. But then
All
when
of
I
us
finally
are
got
lucky you made it.
and I was so depressed and crying all the time. When I got my testosterone checked, it was 150.
You were crying all the time?
Yeah.
I can't imagine
I
that.
cried a lot in the hospital.
Oh,
I was in there almost a year at LDS.
That's so sad.
Cried a lot. Well, my fiance had been killed, and it was just brutal.
That is really sad.
Yeah, and luckily I met your mom. I met you guys, and you didn't terrify me like other kids did.
And so that's kind of what led you down this whole path, was trying to save yourself at first, right?
I could find no pituitary endocrinologist in Utah. There wasn't one. I didn't know that. I ended up at Cedars-Sinai and USC, and he and I became friends. My friend down there, and he was a U.S. assistant surgeon general, just a great guy. And he he said, no, you don't have a pituitary endocrinologist in Utah, Colorado, Arizona, Wyoming, Montana, all that. He knew everything. He was brilliant and just an amazing man. So anyway, and I get to work with him all those years.
That's how you got all started.
Off and on. Yeah, it wasn't full time, but yeah, I'm kind of in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I just dug deeper and kept digging deeper. I'm waiting for my Nobel Prize in Medicine nomination for my fibro work. And fibromyalgia with natural options. If you haven't been over there to that Facebook page, go look at it. Yeah, and tell me I don't deserve a Nobel Prize in Medicine. Okay. Got little bubbles coming up. I don't see any bubbles.
They are.
Love it when the little bubbles come up.
Should we wrap up?
Are we done that quick? Were there
Yeah.
any questions?
It's 7:35. It's nap time, bedtime.
Are there questions?
Yeah. Sometimes. Let's see. Can your pituitary be repaired?
No.
So once it's damaged, it's damaged.
Yeah.
You just have to supplement.
I wish it could be prepared. Though, I've heard helichrysum can do stuff with it, but you got to get it early on.
Yeah. This person tried testosterone cream and got really bad acting. Is that normal?
Using too much? Some women have to use it once or twice a week. Not once or twice a day. Just touch it. And if you're using a lot of DHEA and pregnenolone, it could really bring up your acne.
Can hair loss be helped with testosterone?
No.
What is that?
Well, hair loss on your lower leg, it could be too much testosterone if you're getting it if you're a woman and becoming bald. That's rare. I've only seen that a few times.
Yeah. Does PCOS affect testosterone?
Very much so. That's a genetic error we don't completely understand. We do know that it does appear to have a big MTHFR component, methylation component. And they don't make enough progesterone. They don't make enough thyroid. And for some reason, they make too much testosterone. And they're all insulin resistant. And you fit those parameters, then you probably got it. And my job is always to try and unwind all that, get you on a natural course, and get you better, thinner, running marathons, all that. Easier when you're younger.
They can order free and total testosterone test through Direct Labs, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, really cheap. I think it's like $35 or something. They have 1,300 draw sites nationwide.
Let me
Just
make
pay
sure.
for with a credit card and go get it done. Yeah, go look.
I don't know how much it is. I
don't-
think it's
don't
more
quote-
than that.
Don't quote me on that. Maybe it's 135, but I don't think so.
Let's
My
see.
voice, I'm losing my voice. That's from wearing my respirator all day. Sandy.
I think it's 54. It's actually the October test of the month.
Oh, so it's 54. It's the October test of the month on Direct Labs.
Wow.
54 is dang cheap. It's cheaper than I can draw in my office.
Mm-hmm. That is cheaper
Get
than
that.
we can draw it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
54
That's
on Direct Labs.
good. No, I think it's like 85 for us to draw it.
Yep.
Or gosh.
Something like that. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Should we wrap up?
One more really good question.
Hmm.
Do we have any giveaways or anything?
Not right now. Don't
What?
start one right
Okay,
now.
no, okay, sorry.
We can't just
We
suddenly.
can plan one for next week.
Yeah.
Maybe a free bottle.
renew.
Yeah,
if we
a
have
little
it.
MTHFR bundle kit or something.
MTHFR bundle kit. How about 3 of them?
Yeah, we can do 3
Bundle.
giveaways.
3 bundle kits for MTHFR next week.
Maybe one Endure, one Renew, and one VARS
Yeah.
as a
Superpower.
bundle.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
we can do that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So should I keep my glasses? These are just for like Zooming and these video, Facebook Lives. Is that a yes? Did I get a yes? Anyone say
Yes.
Real
I
quick.
didn't see a balloon.
It takes.
There's. I saw a lot of people asking like, "What is MTHFR?" What do they need to do in preparation so we can talk about it next week? You have tons of videos. You have a book.
My book was #1 for 2 years on Amazon, called The 85% Solution, about MTHFR. Go buy it. Go download it on Kindle. You'll see why it's #1. Please leave me a review. Everyone who's read that book and bought it off Amazon, go back and leave me a review, even if it's ghastly. Well, it shouldn't be ghastly. It was #1 for a reason, but yeah, it's kind of a physician's attempt to explain to the public and to other doctors what MTHFR is. MTHFR is a genetic disorder error that's been passed down, copied over and over and over again. It could be 500 to 1,000 or 1,200 generations back from Northern Europe, probably Scandinavia or Denmark. They think they traced it back to that. And it's really common. Probably 1 billion people have it. Utah is the Prozac capital of the world. We're also probably the MTHFR capital of the world because all these people joined the LDS Church and came here from Norway, Denmark, Scandinavia. Mm-hmm. Your mom's really from Spain, but she's Castilian, blonde hair, blue eyed, when she wants to be, and she's royalty, Zaragoza. There were Vikings that settled there. She's a Marquesa in Zaragoza.
And Charlemagne.
Yeah, and so those are Vikings that settled there. Fought their way into the center of Spain and kind of got trapped there and stayed. So yeah, it's from Northern Europe, and it causes fatigue, causes low hormones, causes a lot of problems that we're just starting to learn about. I mean, they only had finished the Human Genome Project in 2003. This is 2020. We've only been looking at this stuff 17 years, and we're still trying to figure it all out. It'll take another 100 years probably to figure it all out. So, but if you get on the right supplementation like our MTHFR Renew or Endure, which we've had those out there before anyone else. I mean, we were called Support and Support Plus way back before anyone else ever touched the market. Because I thought, this is a big need, there's big holes. So,
yep.
What's the name of your MTHFR book?
The 85% Solution.
How come?
Because 85% of people here in Utah appear to have this that I've tested. Also, 85% of young living distributors have it. That's why you guys can't detox, can't break down medications. So if you can't take birth control pills that make you feel crazy or weird or horrible, and you couldn't take the prenatals because they were making you throw up, nauseated, you felt toxic on them, you definitely have MTHFR. If you've had toxemia at pregnancy or preeclampsia, you definitely have MTHFR, probably the C677T variant. If you have PCOS, you definitely have MTHFR. If you have endometriosis, you probably have MTHFR, and that's why you don't make enough progesterone now, not all of you are going to have it, but most of you will. You don't make enough progesterone because you have all these vitamin deficiencies. So that's just to give you an idea. And if you're super tired after your pregnancies, you get postpartum depression, fatigue, exhaustion, you want to curl up in a ball and cry all the time, and it gets worse after every pregnancy, you probably definitely have MTHFR. And you need to be on a prenatal that's appropriate, or like Master Formula, which I was involved in the design of with Young Living, or Super Bees, which I was involved with the design, the reformulation of. So, yeah. Is that a pretty good explanation? Mm-hmm. You guys get that? Tell all your friends to watch. We'll do it next week. Mm-hmm. I can talk about this stuff ad nauseum. And I talk about it all around the country and the world before COVID. For that stuff, the stuff hit us. I can't even say it. Anyway, you know what I mean. So don't get shut down. Okay, I love you all. Thanks for listening. Leave me reviews on Google or reviews on Kindle if you've gotten any of my books and like them. Everything helps. Pay it forward for some other poor soul that doesn't quite know what to do. God bless and go in good health.